Man, what you over there watching, man?
Gee, I'm watching this inauguration again, man. Man, Trump did so much. Man, I think he might have been possessed, man. I don't know. I'm trying to check it out.
Man, like, possessed?
Man, possessed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we looking for... Hey, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with your team? Hold on, what's this? Greetings and salutations, America. It's your guy, Blackmail, from the G Dimension. I'm here to tell you your reality is fracturing. Watch as power is displayed unlike never before. My guy Fizno created an interdimensional UD to allow me a few minutes just to talk to y'all, especially my melanated ones, the ones who open to receiving guidance. I'm here to help y'all in addressing problems. There's no need in addressing problems without solution. That's bogus. That's what the news media does, seemingly addressing only problems from a sensationalized perspective. We need rational, viable solutions. Rational, viable solutions for the major problems affecting the melanated Americans. 1, slave trauma. 2, disunity. We need unity. We need to come together. 3, resources. We need to gather resources, not in a petty manner. We need banks, farms, hospitals, schools, especially think tanks, to make this happen quick as possible. We have to build upon a futuristic infrastructure. You need food, good meaning food that's long-lasting, efficient, good for your body, mind, and spirit. You need shelter, good shelter. You need communication, good communication. You need transportation, good transportation. Next would be education and security, which needs to be excellent. And last but not least, you need life applications. If we are going to survive the upcoming economic revolution, you definitely need all of these. The 4th pillar has begun. The secret 180-day playbook has begun. Again, if we are to overcome this economic revolution, we have to unify.
About season finale.
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. Yourself?
I'm dope, man. I can't complain. I'm good. I'm alive. Kicking and screaming. You know what I'm saying? You did.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I wonder how you feel. Are you feeling good, Nancy? How you feeling out there?
Good. I'm feeling real good. What up?
What's up? Hey.
It's Thursday.
It is.
Yes, ma'am.
Man, so talk to me, man. What's been going on in the news with Trump? I know there's been a lot going on. I ain't been paying attention, man. Straight up, I've been like trying to desensitize myself from it. But what's the most latest thing you heard?
Oh, man. He's doing so much, man. He's doing so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they just got rid of like three people from the New York law department. They was investigating the New York mayor, Eric Adams. You know what I'm saying? And strategically, they asked them to. That was a woman. They asked her to do something. She like the head. She couldn't take it. She sent her paperwork in like, no, I got too much dignity to just let this case go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That it's corruption with the Turkish. You know what I'm saying? The Turkish government. You know what I mean? He giving out benefits to the Turk out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to NYC.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hopefully the Turks ain't taking y'all well-deserved money and spending it.
Well, just like you say before, it's all, you know what I mean? It's all chess, right?
Definitely chess, not checkers.
It's chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? So they've been moving in pieces this whole time for many centuries, and I think
they got to the point where they know exactly where they're going to put the next piece, which is almost checkmate in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about it's getting real close. They definitely taking all the Democratic pieces off of the board. They're making them look real non-effective, you know. And I would say the irony is that the devilment he up to, he doing it quick, fast, in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
When they've been telling us for the last few decades, like, oh, hold up, I can't do this right now. I'm not able to. This man is eliminating whole federal agencies.
Yep.
Nancy, how you feel? What's your thoughts? Talk to me.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
there's so much going on.
What's your
He's
opinion?
turning stuff upside down. I mean, not only do you have that, you have, you have all of these. I feel so bad for some of the innocent people who are being being deported out of this country, the innocent ones.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for the federal workers who are being now today, as a matter of fact, I just saw where Trump is asking that all of those that are on in the probationary period be fired from their civil employments. And then and then as of yesterday, I believe the judge what did they do? They overturned the ruling for now so that so Trump can continue with buying out federal employees. It's a madhouse. It's such a madhouse out there.
Yeah, where they gonna get the money for the buyouts? Congress
That's
gotta
my
approve the
question.
Right.
That's my
It's a
question.
mess. I mean, a mess.
I just wonder. It is, and I wonder. I'm like, are they gonna have the feds print more money? Is that what they're gonna do? Because if they do that, guess what? That's gonna be messing with inflation and recession and, oh Lord.
What do you think about the penny? The penny
So
gone.
about the matter of fact,
they taking the
you
penny.
talking about stop. Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
might
Stop doing that.
I mean, you're not going to get rid of the dollar though. The dollar is a contract. You know what I mean? That's been engraved in stone for many, many years. If you pay attention to money, if you look at it like the 100 change, the 50 change, the 20 change, 10 change, 5 change, but that $1. Hey man, you ain't changing that $1, so that contract is different. You can change the penny all day long. Like that could be like a good distraction in my eyes.
No. They're getting rid of the penny. There won't be no more production.
That's fine. Change it. Get rid of that.
It's gonna save some billions though. It's gonna save some billions to give to the rich people for their tax breaks. It's so diabolical.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It truly is. I mean, so wait a minute. Where is it at?
Yeah, man. He's not stopping.
So what I did check out was Elon Musk.
This clown.
And him and his son at the Oval Office with Trump. Now, what you think about that? Cause that seemed a little bit like Trump had that look, like that dad look. Like, look, you don't know what the fuck you doing. Sit your ass down.
This is a classic chess move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, it's a strong implementation of the 48 laws of power.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't upstage the boss unless it's a trick to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, he is the distraction. Because if you heard him talk, you don't know what he's talking about.
Well, let's look at the.
He was talking about condoms to Ukraine, and they fact checked them on the spot. Like, hold up.
Well, let's look at this distraction real quick, and let's view this real quick.
Great guy, high IQ. He's a high IQ individual.
And he's got this, check out this cool chain he's got. How great is that for the average American?
We had
That's
no
what we're
idea. We had no idea we were going to find this much.
As I mentioned earlier, really, the first order of business is to make sure we're actually collecting. Sorry for this. I thought my son might enjoy this, but he's sticking his fingers in my ears and stuff. So it's a bit hard to hear sometimes. Hey, stop that. It's essential for America to remain solvent as a country, and it's essential for America to have the resources necessary to provide things to its citizens and not simply be servicing vast amounts of debt.
See that? They still gonna stay protesting. We didn't elect Elon. And he still got his hand in the cookie jar. Son look like he got his hand in the cookie jar too. After he had his hand in the damn ear.
Yeah. And his nose.
Now,
Now the cookies got earwax and boogers. Nasty motherfucker. But yeah. So
and you know,
that's very.
What'd you say, Cuzzo? You trying to say something?
I was gonna say, and you know, it's so funny because I, in my opinion, I believe it is just some sort of a stunt. Because if you look throughout, look at Elon's relationship with his family, it's not good. So he rarely spends any time with his children. So I know good and well. So I think because they had to have some kind of a family kind of a thing with the children, because remember, you had each of the other presidents have their children in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so who's that little in the Trump family? So who's the perfect person? Who's next? Elon. So, and Elon don't have any good relationship
Trump
with his
ain't even got his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
They needed they needed the baby. Because he didn't got his wife up in there. Matter of fact, I don't even think she's staying at the White House this year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
Man, this is so crazy, man. People don't even understand what they voted for.
Yep.
Nancy, didn't you have something on the White House press conference, the article that you wanted to share with me? No?
On the White House article,
No, it's not. That's okay. We'll keep it moving forward. But I do know I had this one video, right, of Farrakhan spitting some shit, but I couldn't get it upload real quick. But it's cool. But I had this minority mindset video that I wanted to show real quick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's check that out.
Quick. All right. Let's run this real quick.
In my speech last week, instead of taxing citizens to enrich foreign nations, we should be tariffing and taxing foreign nations to enrich our citizens.
At first, I kind of thought this was a joke. But Congress is taking it seriously. The Fair Tax Act of 2025 was a bill proposed which would effectively abolish the IRS. And if you still don't believe me, let me read you one sentence from the bill's press release. The fair tax would also eliminate the need for the Internal Revenue Service. Now, you're probably wondering, if the government decides to cancel your income tax, how do they get money? Which might explain why Trump has also been working to create the ERS, the External Revenue Service, as a new entity to collect tariffs.
Hey.
Ain't that something?
Nancy, talk to me. What's your thoughts on this one?
My thoughts on it is, I thought it was interesting, and I watch Minority Mindset often because he has such great tips. Mm-hmm. And when I was listening to Farrakhan, and he was talking about some of the things in which how some of the things that Trump is doing is some of it is going to be for our good. And so there's big talk about Trump doing away with the IRS and implementing the ERS. But when you look deeper into things, he's talking about doing away with the income tax. But then you still have the tariffs, and we're going to have to deal with those tariffs. And then there's some other taxes and stuff in there. But in my opinion, I believe that depending upon what your income is like, and if you are or are not an investor, it could possibly be for our benefit, more money in our paychecks. And if we're not purchasing items that involve those tariff hikes, we won't have to worry about it. There still is more money in our pocket. So there are a lot of debates on that. In my opinion, it's something to watch for, but I could use that extra dollars that they be taking out my paycheck back into my paycheck personally.
Mm-hmm.
I could use that, but then it also raises the question about, how they're going to take care of the government and things like that. But then there's a whole big old giant research on that as to how much money that our country brought in last year. And the income tax that we received, that the government received from us last year was like 5.1 trillion, something like that. But then they ended up giving back $500 billion back to our taxpayers. So not even a huge chunk of it came back to us. So
It's just like income tax to me, right? It's kind of like you work all damn year, you know what I'm saying? Have them take all this money out your check, every single check, right? And at the end of the year, you feeling good about yourself because you about to get this big lump sum. That ain't no big lump sum. It's just a little bit of what they've been taking from your ass. It's the same thing I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? And then the tariffs, in my opinion, I feel like is okay. They say, the tariffs may be for, okay, we're going to tax this other country, but the other country is going to end up taxing the people back, you know what I'm saying, in order to get that money back. They ain't going to pay for nothing. So essentially, who the hell is paying for the damn tariffs? Damn people.
I want to kind of like push that back a little bit, because I think we're forgetting the missing point. Like the whole potential negative behind tariffs is the war. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever we do to them, they're not just gonna voluntarily take it. So you get into this trade war with tariffs, eventually it devalues the dollar.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So when you look at what they're doing, the tax breaks that they're about to give to the wealthy, all this quote unquote infrastructure that they about to build, that's more money. So they're about to balloon our economy, right? Also balloon the deficit. Now we got a trade war with the people that hold the major part of our deficit. So when we looking at the chessboard, he moving all the safeguards off of the board. But when the board get reset, what opponent are we looking at? What opponent are we looking at? See, that's the overall catch to what's going on, that we may have to sit back and not be so much reactionary to everything that he's doing. You have to be more strategic and watch what he's doing, so you know where to safeguard yourself, where to put your money, where to take your money out of. Because they playing a deadly game. They playing a real deadly game. And let's not even talk about the immigration, what that's going to do to the economy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Have you seen a chicken lately?
I mean, it's always been an abundance of chickens, but not only that, I mean, shit, who's going to get out there and pick your corn and your grapes and all that shit?
Oh, yeah, but eggs is like $8.
It's going to go up.
And you know, the whole reason people bent over backwards to vote for was for the economy. And because I know you saw earlier today when they was like, is the economy gonna get better? He said it was gonna get better the first day, and they well, y'all might have to wait a little bit.
And I laughed. I laughed because already it's so much havoc that's wreaked upon the economy as it is. I mean, You got so many people being laid off on jobs.
It's not funny.
You have the
Very
tariffs that they want to hike on it. You have the tariff wars that you were just talking about, with Canada and with Mexico, China. You got issues going on with I think it's Venezuela.
Uh,
And
as of today, it's India. India too.
here you
yeah?
go.
I mean, a few hours ago. I don't know what it is right now. He might have threw somebody else on the Barbie.
Like, really? So it's getting better? When is it going to get better? With the way that he's going? And don't have any plans in place to provide continuity for anything. Just straight gutting everything. Just cut it.
This kind of brings me to a scared reality, I guess, whatever the hell. They're trying to actually make things come to fulfillment, if you would. You ever seen the movie Left Behind?
Yes. I've read the books.
How was the book?
Me too.
Books are phenomenal. I think I read, 13 of them, 14, 13? No, 15. I think it's 15 books. Yeah, they go all the way. They go all the way to the end with it. I think Jerry B. Jenkins, but my bad. Go ahead.
No. I'm curious because I know that they say that books are better than the movie, right? Mm-hmm. So I just want to know what if you could, if there's something that you could like give me like a little baby gem of shout out to Life's Little Gems. Give me a gem from that movie or from that book that you feel like that's not inside of the movie. Because I got a couple of clips I'd like to go over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you read 13.
The perseverance of the chosen people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They went
that
through
dope.
Some would say this may be the prelude to what that movie foretells.
Mm-hmm.
So what we think we're going through, they went through probably about like 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Yeah. They was dealing with the man himself.
Interesting.
Not Mr. Cal.
Well, let's play something real quick, man. And let's dive into this little thing real quick. They like to call Left Behind.
I bet you that was Anderson Cooper's favorite movie.
That's stupid. Shit. But from what I'm getting right from Left Behind when I watch it now versus back in the day, right? And now being closer to you know what I'm saying, that time, right? I feel like they're trying to actually play this out, but in a different form, right? Because movies to me has always been like the truth, right? And the news is the movies. So if you're the elite, right? You're elite, you sitting back, you watching the news, that's the movies to you, right? You know what I'm saying? You laughing and shit, right? When you watch the movies, that's actually the news because you put the truth into it, right? But us as a people, right? We sit back and we watch the movies or the TV shows and we sit back and think, oh, that's only entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But no, they, they sprinkle a little bit of truth in it. And like I say, we're going to go down this little tunnel, you know what I'm saying, of clips that we're going.
I could definitely see that. I could definitely see them trying to, the elites trying to play that game.
Okay. All right. Nancy, what you feeling? What you thinking?
I agree.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I agree. And you can see different things being played out now. And my thing is, I've always said, that art imitates life. And so many things, art is just picking up on what they see. And sometimes art can foresee what is going to happen. But in this case here, they're using the Bible as their script to predict or to at least give us an idea about what is going to happen. And if people really take the time and look at some of that stuff that's, in the Bible, to see some of this stuff is coming to pass, has come to pass, and we're currently in the midst of it. So, and look at the wars that are happening now. And although, I guess I don't know if it's a little bit ahead, as far as reality goes, but the movie even ends up talking about how, and the Bible talks about wars and rumors of wars.
Right.
And so we're hearing rumors of wars, we're seeing wars as happening now. I mean, now Trump is supposed to be talking with Putin, and they're supposed to be talking deals on behalf of what you call it? Forgive me, but Ukraine. So yeah, the movie it's spitting some game. So but
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We definitely gonna dive into that. You got something to say?
Oh no, I was just saying she on point. I mean, you're right. Like everything going on with the Middle East, what he's talking about, America owning Gaza and turning it into the Riviera of the Middle East. Like I can't wrap my mind around that, but that's definitely parallel with like some antichrist activity. Like you got no respect for either religion in that region of the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, both of y'all bow down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fighting over this, I'm gonna turn it into a resort.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
You know, so
It is.
that's what we doing. That's what we doing now.
Well, let's
Yep.
backtrack a little bit. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about the Bible, right? Some people will say that it's the God honest truth. Some people will say it was written by a bunch of white men, you know what I'm saying, that used it to enslave a generation of people or whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. Right? But I want to dive into a couple of things that I would like to, you know what I'm saying, kind of see if we can get some context to, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, because I seen a video way back when YouTube first opened up, like in 2005. So this is back in the day when it was all uncensored, you know what I'm saying? You could post what you want, you know what I'm saying? And back then it had like a lot of truth, you know what I'm saying, I would say, versus all the stuff that's filtered now, if you would, right? And then I came across this one video of, I think it's Jordan Maxwell, right? White dude, glasses, dark hair. He be talking about a lot about like Nephilim and Anunnaki and stuff like that, right? You know what I'm saying?
The name kind of sounds familiar.
I think you might like it, man. I think you might like it, man. He be saying some weird shit, so you know what I mean. I be listening, right? But he said that there's like over 5,000 discrepancies in the Bible, right? For example, like certain things that we have to pay attention to, like we'll say replenish. If we understand words, right? Re means to do again. Replenish, right? So stuff like that. But I just wanted to talk about Cain and Abel first. Okay, that's my first question that I always had, that I always wanted to try to figure out, right? If you pay attention to the story, right, you got the very first people on earth, Adam and Eve. Let's get to it. I like numbers. Adam and Eve. Okay, you got male, you got female. All right, then they had 2 boys. You had Cain and Abel. Okay, now you got 3 men, 1 female. Okay, now Cain kills Abel. Now you're down to 2 men, 1 female. Okay, 3 people on earth. That's what we're saying, right? Okay, cool. Now God says, you know, what happened? Wait, hey, where's my baby at? Cain say, hey man, that's not our responsibility. You know what I'm saying? God say, hold on, man, what you do? I'm just doing a quick little
Paraphrasing. I got you.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't my brother's keeper. God say, oh, I see him. What you do, Cain? Man, look here, man. If you send me out there, they gonna get me. God say, you right. If anybody touch you, I'm gonna you understand me on your head, won't nobody be able to touch you, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, 7 times fold, blah, blah. Let's do this, right? Let's pull up the scripture. So I want you to try to help me understand something here. Now, when Cain is leaving from the Garden of Eden, and he's going east to the land of Nod, right? He finds his wife. Now, to my understanding, there's supposed to be 3 people on earth. 2 men, 1 female, right? Adam and Eve, right? And Cain. But he finds his wife. Now, I've seen some other reports saying that it could be potentially not incest, because at that time it's not incest, because you're meant to replenish, means to do again. So that means this ain't the first time. So that kind of makes sense to me if he had to find his wife outside of what the creation was, because if you look at creation, I'll go back and I'll put a scripture up in a second. Matter of fact, if this is the right one. We got. Is this the right one? No, that's not the right one. We'll just move to the next one. But we'll talk about Cain and Abel. Okay. It says, Cain went out of the presence of the Lord and dwelled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Okay. And Cain knew his wife. Now, to understand what's being said, and I'm actually proud of myself, because I read the Bible from beginning to end in 6 months. To me, that's very high accomplishment, to be able to read such of a tough literature in 6 months. What I grasped from it, right, the Old Testament is pretty much history. It's just pretty much telling you the people, where they came from, where they dwelt, what type of wars that happened within this time frame, the people that came from all these different tribes and stuff like that, right? New Testament's where, a lot of churches will preach the most from, because we'll get into that later. But anyhow, Cain knew his wife, which means he had sex with his wife. So anytime you see the word "knew" in reference to one man and a woman, that means they had sex and birthed children. Cain knew his wife. She conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city, Enoch, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. So I'm just trying to figure out what you think, Nancy. Where do you think potentially this wife came from, if it wasn't from Adam and Eve, or if it was? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So if we go up, to Genesis 5, we can see where it's talking. But when we is looking at, when it's talking about the descendants of Adam and etc., it says, like, for example, in Genesis 5, verse 3, it says, when Adam had lived 130 years, he became the father of a son in his own likeness, according to his own image, and named him Seth. So, but then even before then, it never says in the Bible, at least from what I have read, it never says that Cain and Abel were the first children. It just mentions their name. And we don't know how long it was, or what happened during that time frame when Adam and Eve conceived Cain and Abel. We don't know the timeline in which they had the children. We don't even know if they had children in between all of that time.
Okay.
There are stuff there is missing from the Bible that we read, but it's not to say that during that time frame, exactly. And in verse 4, it talks about Adam and Eve's sons and daughters. So we don't know the time frame in which, how long it was when Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden. We don't know when they had Cain and Abel. And we don't know, we just know that at 130 years old, that he had Seth.
Okay.
That's what we do know.
Right. And to point that out, what Adam and Eve did end up having after the death of one of their children, it states that Seth was next, which is another boy, right? And you're right.
Mm-hmm.
When Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. And Seth was born, and Adam lived 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Now, what I would take from that is, if we was to take it from looking at it in a literal sense or whatever the case may be, or a logical sense, right? We can say that Cain and Abel was born before that 130 years. Because after that 130, that's when Seth was born. So that is probably safe to say. So they could have been 80, they could have been 20, whatever, right? And that's a good point. I like what you said, that we don't know if they had kids before that. Only thing that we know is what was documented, which was Cain and Abel in that particular story, right?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that. That's pretty dope. So, but so the next thing I have on that, right? Let me see. Is that it? No. Yeah, that is it. That was always a question to me, because when I looked in it, as far as looking at a Thompson Chain Bible or a Matthew Henry commentary, right? They give you extra, you know what I'm saying, literature that you could look up on, or scripture, whatever, that you could look up on the side, right? Right. But there was never a reference at all in any Bible or any book as to why there's a gap right there, right? You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my questions that I always wanted to ask. You got anything on that?
Well, I mean, I could touch on a couple of different points.
Okay.
Overall, you know, the one thing that's unique about the Bible is that it's accounted to your faith. You know what I mean? Faith without action is none effect. So yeah, the fact that you're doing the research and asking those thoughts, you know what I mean, that's showing that growth and progress that you're trying to learn. As far as the scripture that you was touching on, I think it's just context. I mean, there's a couple of ways you could look at it. I mean, it says overall that these are the generations of Adam and Eve. That's, you know, the context that they give you. So with that being said, it's always is looked at within that context, that when it says he created man and woman, that people automatically equate the man being Adam. But it tells you that in the beginning of creation, he created man and woman. And that his chosen people, this is the lineage of Adam from the Garden of Eden. This is what, you know, as Christian, that's what you read. That's the lineage, and this is how you get to the chosen people. And so when you get to that point, that's why I say it's a lot of different contexts, because looking at the geographical location that's given for the Bible, it would tell you that Adam and the chosen people are of African descent. That's where those rivers meet up. But the picture that's been painted from Hollywood, misinformation, propaganda, a host of million other things, you know what I'm saying, that you absorb just naturally going about your life, it paints a different image. You know what I'm saying, that those chosen people aren't from that region, and it's another group of people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when you go in context, you have to take a step back at certain parts of what you read. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the apocryphas. You know what I'm saying? Those are actually gap fillers for the original context of the Bible that was written.
Right.
So yeah, you're reading essentially a watered down Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because when you add in the apocryphas, you get different perspectives and other different stories that are mentioned in the Bible, and they're relative to the actual stories that you read when you go throughout the scriptures. But yeah, like I said, that's my opinion. When you read the scriptures, you know, it's context.
What's interesting, real quick before we move forward, I'm looking at Genesis chapter 5, verse 1 and 2, when you said about in the beginning it was saying that Adam and Eve, man and woman, was created, right? But if we was to take it a little bit deeper, like Adam or Atom, right?
If
You know what I'm
people
saying?
go there.
Yeah, I'm going to go there, right? Verse 5 says, this is the book of the generations of Adam. And in the day that God created man, in the likeness of God, made he him. Verse 2, male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam. There we go. Are we back? You're back. All right. Now,
So,
no, we're not back. We'll get her back. But now, like I was saying, we have to probably just look at the words a little bit deeper than what's being seen in our face, right? Like I say, when it says, hopefully I have to say this again, but if I did not, I'll do it again. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the days when they were created. That's chapter 2 of chapter 5, verse 2. So that was pretty interesting to me, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back, you know what I'm saying, to this Left Behind real quick, man. Now, we're going to jump forward, right? Because we've talked a little bit about that, you know what I'm saying? We'll come back to creation later on. But I don't want to talk about the rapture. What's interesting about the rapture to me is the word itself is not in the Bible.
right.
So I'm wondering, is it just a story that's just made up or something to, you know what I'm saying, give you a certain perspective, or, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be? Or what is there some truth to it? Because what I don't understand is, if it says in the Bible that no flesh shall dwell in heaven, then how is it that people are disappearing and their clothes is left behind? That means your whole body, all this skin and hair, disappeared and went to heaven. I thought there can't be no flesh dwelling in heaven.
Yeah, you know, that's Hollywood.
Okay. Right? So that's always been a question to me, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the rapture, you know what I'm saying? So I want to play this real quick, and you tell me, you know what I'm saying, how you feel or what you think in the regards of people disappearing, and it's just clothes and, you know, just people left. No people left, just clothes.
My baby! No, what's happening? What's going on? My baby, did you see him? He disappeared from his car seat, but his clothes are there. He can't even fly. Please, somebody help me! No! Anybody, please! No! Please, somebody help me, please! No! Hey, that's my car! Wait!
Lori, come over, please.
What? There we go. Go ahead.
I was just saying that's how much Hollywood has an impact on how people perceive certain things. Because the biblical scripture I think about is 1 Thessalonians 4:17. You know, and it just talk about then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
Okay.
You know, yeah, that's not that.
That's not that?
That's not that. My baby. Now, I mean, you know, she should have seen her baby.
I hear you.
But yeah, you know, they play the dematerialization. Or, yeah, something
Well,
like that.
that's like I said, that's always been a question to me. Like, okay, is it a true story, or is it just something that the churches will put like that has came up? Because, you know, churches, they're bound by a particular kind of contract, right? Right. Like, in order for you to get a church in your name or whatever, or establishment, you got to go through some loops and hoops that I was kind of unaware of, right? But I kind of knew it because, you know, I kind of felt like, how do churches function, right? Every month, you still got to pay the mortgage and the heat and the AC and the water and all that stuff, right? Most churches ain't funded by a preacher going to work. taking this hard-earned check to pay for the bills at the church?
Nope.
That's where your tithes and your offerings come from, right? The donations, right? So, with that being said, I've noticed and learned that at the end of the year or beginning of the year, what happened? All right. Anyway, right? Damn, that's crazy as shit. Ooh. At the end of every year, there we go, we back. That was funny. At the end of every year, they get federally funded, you know what I'm saying, on top of the donations, right? And I'm like, nah, I'm just wild. I'm just thinking of wild allegations, man. That can't be it, right? So I came across this video, right, that kind of gave me a, maybe I'm onto something. Maybe I'm onto something. So tell me what you think about this one right here. Let's go.
Atlanta. We wanted to buy a church out here, a building.
Oh, wow.
It cost $1 million. We said, we can't afford that because we grassroots.
Mm.
So the minister said, hey, no. We said, minister, how were you able to afford this $1 million building? He said, you go to the bank. I said, no. We went to the bank. All these bank, they say the churches have unreliable income because one week it may be good, next week it might be bad because it's based on donations.
Right.
He said, no. He said, Christians have a bank strictly for Christians.
Oh, wow.
So he gave us the address. Brothers go down there, and the clause is, in order to get the money funded for a church, millions of dollars, you have to teach what they want you to teach. They said to us, our church, our teachings must align with theirs. Jesus is white. December 25th.
Christmas, yeah.
The laws are done away with. I'm like, we don't teach that. You can't get no money from us then. And the churches have never revealed. That was on a sneak tip the minister told us. And we found out, whoa, there's so much ins and out with the churches, it will shock people.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm onto something here, right? Because I always be seeing a lot of unfamiliar white faces that just be popping up in churches at certain times just to check and make sure you preaching what you need to be preaching. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and pull that check.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, George Bush Jr.? He had that faith-based initiative. I forgot what year that was. It might have been 02 or something like that. But yeah, he popped that off.
Yeah, that's that.
But you know, that go back, you know what I mean? I want to say probably about after they took out Malcolm. They probably started implementing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the powers that be, seizing them is definitely cutting up, man.
Well, all right. So let's shift gears for a moment. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that Super Bowl, man?
Shout out to the Eagles. Oh man, they did their thing, man.
I watched a good portion of it. You know what I'm saying? After the itis kicked in, you know what I'm saying? I missed the whole third quarter, but I woke up to, you know what I'm saying, a surprise because I could have sworn, right? They had their three-peat ready. They paid good money to get that three-peat off. You know what I'm saying? But no, they lost.
That check bounced.
And
they bounced that check, man.
Yeah, they check bounced. But I was gonna say, I'm excited. I'm happy that the Chiefs didn't win. Straight up, like that was monumental, man. To see them actually dog walk the shit out of them. So now, damn, I'm like, I don't think it is rigged. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was rigged and shit. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? What you do is you can simply take the coordinator from the offense on this side and take the defensive coordinator on this side, and all you gotta do is communicate because y'all don't know. The people on the field don't know, or the people in the crowd don't know if you motherfucking communicate with each other, and then all you gotta do is say, hey, I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary. All right, bet. I'm gonna blitz everybody in. Bam. touchdown all day long, right? Because you got to send the play down to the coach, and the coach send it down to the motherfucking quarterback, or you send it down to the defensive middle defensive linebacker, right? You know what I'm saying? The captain of the defense. So I figure, like, that's a perfect way. That's the perfect way to go ahead and rig a game. And then you got refs that's calling bogus ass play. And then everybody knows it was over with that first flag.
Man.
Everybody, here they go with this shit.
Look
here they go with this shit.
Look here, man.
That was a bogus ass call, though. It was.
Man, look here. They did their thing.
They did their thing.
I'm talking about. To me, from my perspective, it looked like we got one for the coach. Because as soon as you know what I'm saying, Orange Julius jumped out there, was like, they're my guys. So I got money on my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they stepped up, man.
They did.
And they played phenomenal. Like it looked personal.
I wish I would have caught the third quarter, but I know it was
personal.
personal. I swear to God, boy, I ate real good, smoked even better, and I was knocked out.
Hey, man, them boys had a clinic at halftime, man. So that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you had to pull a snaggle puss, like exit stage left. This don't look productive for me and my guys. You know what I mean?
At all. It was definitely a dog walk. I'm glad they definitely dog walked and it wasn't a close game.
And see, I thought they was gonna come back after halftime.
Everybody thought that. I thought it too, because they was known for that bullshit.
Oh man, they notorious for it.
Right.
They notorious for it. So
right.
yeah.
True.
That's why I say shout out, salute. They stood on business. You know what I'm saying?
Stood on business and stood the test.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the Eagles, man. Definitely for kicking their ass. I hope y'all turn it up, had a dope ass parade and all that shit, got super drunk, all the good shit, man. But that halftime show? Oh yeah.
Man, what you talking about?
One was my favorite part. Well, I'll let you know. I'm glad you asked. When Kendrick, right? When he was doing that one part in the middle, he was like, "Hey, Drake," had that Kool-Aid smile on him. Like, yeah, nigga. What? Nah, yeah, you want to do it again? You want to say something else? Hey, Drake. Yeah, that was my spot right there.
He turned up.
Yeah, that's where it was, man. Nancy, how you feel about that halftime show?
What was your favorite part?
Man, all up in that. I'm sorry. I was all up in that, crip walking and everything. I was on that. I'm sorry. That was
yeah, that was
and
dope.
oh my God, I was all up in that. And but to see like some of the controversy that's surrounding him, we already kind of had an idea about if he did not like us, maybe Drake would not like it, but they not like us, excuse me. But to read about the controversies around it, him not for the pressure for him not to do it. They didn't want him to do it. Some people didn't want him to do it. And say it again.
No, I was gonna say that he was gonna do that damn song anyway. Period. Everybody was anticipating the song. If he wasn't gonna do it, it would have been a disappointment. Motherfuckers would have been upset.
Grammys for that song.
Right. And you got the Super Bowl and you ain't gonna do that song?
How you not gonna perform your Grammys? You know what I'm saying?
He running the Grammy. And he was so creative with mixing it up, like, are you gonna do it?
Yeah, that was the cold.
That was hard.
That was
hard.
Like that, though.
That was hard.
And then Samuel,
and Uncle Sam, that's fucked up. Like they just
they still dead though. Samuel,
it was dope
Sam, though. Yeah, that was
dope. You know what?
It was so dope.
So we can just watch this here. Let's do a recap.
Yeah.
That shit, cause I swear he was like, "Hey Drake, we'll put that cheese on him." Like, yeah, nigga, I wish you would. You want to do something else?
Don't say nothing else.
Do you want to do it again? You want to say something else, nigga? I bet you Drake was just sitting there with the pout face and shit.
Oh yeah, he was salty.
They let them play that song. This is some bullshit. Well, yeah, let's play it again for you, Drake.
He was salty like poke rind.
Let's play it again for you, Drake.
Oh no.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like bust that on a beat, bro, in rap. He a freak though, man, damn, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe. Now them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these Draconio? Trying to see Compton. In the street can hate me, bump them all in they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. Finna crash on his body, I'm John Stockton. What? Beat your and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the skull. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe. Paul, that's George, bully the fro. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb the only one to get your hand-me-downs. Party at the party playing with his nose now. Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified. Wop, 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 wop. I'm on him tough. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
They not like us.
No.
They not like us.
No.
They not like us.
What?
They not like us.
No.
They not like us.
No.
They not like.
Don't mess this.
Oh no!
It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do?
Yeah.
He turned all the way up.
Yeah. That was stupid. He killed it, man. Nancy, how you feel about that? I know you love that. What was your favorite part? Huh? What was your favorite part?
Are you talking to me or?
Yeah, I'm talking
Yes,
to you.
ma'am.
Oh, my favorite part?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Favorite part.
Let's talk about that because I tried to re-imitate Serena. She was up there. Hair was all over. She was getting it too. Like, I'm getting this one off. I couldn't do it at Wilburton, but what? I got the clearance, fool.
She definitely got
Yeah, Fur. I loved it how she crip walked on his grave. She did. She crip walked on his grave. Crip walked. I'm sorry. Crip walked.
You got Serena
My
gang
favorite
bang.
part. I'm trying to think because I liked the whole thing. I even liked how Samuel L. Jackson, he was the narrator and the MC and the I want to say like a storyteller of how we as Blacks have had to act in this country. And how they didn't mince words. They did not mince words whatsoever. Just came right out and say it. Even to say, you can't act like that. You can't do that. Get it together.
Yes. Speaking of getting it together.
Who need to get it together?
Oh my goodness. Hey, 50 versus Big Meat. Oh my goodness.
What's going on? Talk to me.
You,
I ain't heard this one.
You ain't heard
I ain't heard this
nothing?
one. Not yet. No, actually, this is actually new to me.
If my memory serves me correct, man.
Okay.
Meach got out and Rick Ross wanted to throw him a welcome home party. And you know that's 50 nemesis.
Okay.
So yeah, let the shenanigans begin.
Okay. And then so what happened with the welcome home party? I mean, was it a success? Was it a stab in the back? What was it?
You know,
talk to me, man.
Rick Ross and 50 Cent, they like I say, they like mortal enemies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can put them on Mortal Kombat. They gonna do a fatality on us. But yeah, when Meech linked up with him, yeah, he took that as disrespect.
Okay.
So there's no more BMF. Not for 50. And he disrespected his son, man. His son tried to reach out to him behind the scenes. Text him, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I thought we was better than that. You know what I mean? F Rick Ross too, you know what I'm saying? My dad just trying to get some money. You know what I mean? For the last season, and 50 hit him with like, what last season? Little Ninja.
Wow. You
He
aware?
turned
You
around and posted it though. He posted it like,
oh,
yeah.
that's even worse. Now you posted it.
Oh, every day he put a rat on the screen and call it Big Screech. Yeah, he's. I told you, man. He's like a super villain on dude, man. Dude just got out. Yo,
All right. Well, let's get back to the serious matter at hand. Now, Nancy, well, I want to get into this rapture thing, right? Because I just said it just a moment ago. It's interesting to me that the story says that people will be called up, you know what I'm saying, in the blink of an eye, but the movie Left Behind depicts that, clothes are left behind, you know what I'm saying. But also, like I say, that to me depicts that your entire body, skin and all, flesh left and now is in heaven. But I thought it was said in scripture that no flesh shall dwell in heaven. So I wanted to know what was your thoughts on that before, because I know it had cut off early on us. So let's get back into that.
Well, as I was listening, I'm in agreement with Cuzzo when he was talking about the fact of it's movies and movies depicting what they think it looks like. But if they pay attention, just like you said about the fact of there no flesh shall be up in there. I like the comment that was made by, I think it was Diamond Water, where she said, who was it? Diamond Water, I think, or was it Zealous Soulflower that talked about the possibility of the body disintegrating, possibly as our spirits are leaving, our bodies, just paraphrasing. So that's what I think, because ain't no way the flesh is going up there, but our spirits will. And it has to separate from the body in order to meet with Jesus. So that's my opinion on it. But then, and then scriptures do talk about, they don't use the word rapture, but they do talk about, like, for example, I believe it's Luke 17, where it talks about where there'll be two women out in and the other one disappears.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily say rapture, but that is basically what they're hinting at. Or the one scripture that talks about he will come, and I'm paraphrasing that, as a thief in the night. So you won't know when he's coming, but you're gonna be missed. So yeah, I tell you in that night there will be two in one bed. One will be taken and the other left. There will be two women grinding together. One will be taken and the other left. And they said to him, "Where, Lord?" He said to them, "Where the corpse is, there the vultures will be given." So that basically right there just kind of, I guess, kind of answers that question. The body's gonna be over there where the vultures are and stuff, but our spirits are gonna be up with him. So yeah.
Facts.
That's some real.
but that's real life situation. That's what
Yep.
Only person they really talking about being translated in the Bible was Enoch.
Yes. Yes. Because he walked into heaven.
Yeah, everybody else their body fell into the ground. What is it? Dust to dust, ash to ash, dust to dust.
Yep.
Facts. All right.
Yep.
Movie time. Nikolai Carpathian. Can I cook for a minute?
Man, you need some Lowry?
Hold on, I need a lighter. That's what I need. Now, I'm just gonna try to put two and two together and make five. That's what I'm finna do. Right. Follow me, Nancy. Okay, follow me. We say that movies is just a depiction of what they think may happen, right? Now, I think what we are witnessing in this movie is something that they're actually going to try to achieve, right?
Okay.
But it may not be in the same form that we see it as, right? Let's add today's climate with this movie.
Okay.
All right.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Okay.
Come on, Cook.
Okay. So now the actor's name is Nikolai Carpathian.
Yep. Nikolai Carpathian. Yeah, that's his name.
All right. Now, let's look at the richest man on earth right about now. Elon Musk. What was Elon Musk known for?
Tesla. The car.
The cars.
The Tesla car.
Okay. I'm glad you said Tesla.
I
Now,
want to say SpaceX, but you know what I'm saying? The Tesla car is...
the Tesla car. Okay. Now, when you have somebody named, what's his name? Nikolai Tesla. What did he come up with? Right? Electricity, right? Okay. So you got Nikolai.
He wanted to give it to the whole world.
You got Nikolai. Car. Pathian.
I see what you did with that. I see what you
I
did
see
with
you
that. Hey, you kind of cooked on that one.
Okay. Right. So Nikolai Carpathian, right, is a combination of who we see now, which is really Elon Musk, right? The richest man on earth, right? Weird looking. He could potentially be the Antichrist. Who knows, right? Because he wants everything to be better for humanity, right? Just like she said, that's a good man. When you put something on the screen, say, you know what? I want everybody to have all food and water for free and whoop, 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 and whoop. Yeah, you're going to look at that person like, yeah, that's what we want right there. So if not Nikolai, but Elon Musk is talking about, you know, I'm going to give you a robot. Put that motherfucker in your house and take care of you, and it's only $20,000. You ain't got to worry about nothing. It does everything for you.
That's a banana in the tailpipe if you fall for it.
He said, I'm going to go ahead and give you $250,000. You ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is how much you make. This is your new salary, $250,000 a year. Yeah.
I reiterate, that's a banana in the tailpipe if you fall for it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What, am I off, Nancy, or did I make a little? Did I connect something right there?
Well, you did connect some, because that's where they're heading. I mean, think about one of the first episodes we talked about where somebody has the chip implanted in their brain already. So, you know, and then now they're out here, they do have AI models robots that they're actually trying to treat as humans. Supposedly it learns like we do, and they're trying to get it so that it can have emotions and things like that. It's an inanimate object, but it's not too far off.
That's the dangerous thing right there that you just said, trying to give these robots emotion. That's dangerous as shit.
Hold on. Yeah, let's take a step back, because it's funny you should mention Elon and robots in the same category, because a lot of people right now is like nervous, like, man, this man is just making stuff, but it's what's been going on recently that we should probably be a little bit more concerned about. You know who Sam? I know you know who Sam Altman is, because Sam Altman, ChatGPT. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hey, they was beefing. They were beefing. Him and Elon were beefing. But I ran across this concept though, and I see where the beef stem from, and like where the potential lie. You know what I'm saying? Like they got this new thing called quantum AI.
Okay, I heard of that.
Not just regular AI. Yeah, and this is the initiative that our president signed into a law. I think that was like about 3-4 days ago.
Ooh.
They about to create AI power grids all over the Midwest. If I'm not mistaken, I might be off by the location. They may be in some other locations as well, but I know, yeah, they about to, and they gonna have their own separate power grid.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now they keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, make sure you got this and you got that, because the power grid could go down. Let's just look at that for a second, right? Let's just dive just in that before we segue. If you cut the lights off in America for 1 week, you will kill a lot of people off. because there's no refrigeration. If there's no refrigeration, people don't have their insulin and stuff like that. So you kill off a lot of the people who actually need power.
Yep.
All right. If you cut that motherfucker off for a month, you know how many people you kill? First of all, just from the rioting, right?
Yeah, pandemonium.
Ugly pandemonium. People who are not prepared is going to die off because they don't understand how to really cook, because you've been cooking from a damn microwave all your damn life.
It'll be a different way of life at that point. Literally, after 72 hours, the lights ain't on. A whole new hierarchy of life will be instituted. Because people, like you say, once the refrigeration go, people are gonna start foraging, and it become predator and prey at that point.
Definitely after 72, and there's no hopes of seeing it coming back on. Oh yeah, we in trouble.
Even if it was some hope, some people 72 hours, that might be, like you say, insulin. Could you imagine if your daughter or something needed insulin and you 72? You can't wait 72 for that.
You gonna do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of, hey, I don't mean to do this, but
a lot of I don't mean to do this. Lord forgive me.
You know,
a lot of that.
A lot of that. Now, what was crazy, right? Trump said something that was very similar to the movie Left Behind. He say, yeah, I could. Maybe you could paraphrase it better than I can. Well, I'm just gonna put my little twist on it. He say, yeah, I could be in Central Park right now and blow your brain clean open. I'm still gonna get the votes.
That's definitely a paraphrase, but it wasn't close to verbatim. But yeah, he was on there. That was the time he was on though.
Right. So that brought me to a clip or a scene in the movie that kind of reminded me, like, damn,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's kind of some anti-crisis stuff, right? You have Elon, that could potentially be it, but you have Trump doing all this. But we give Trump too much power, too much glory in the sense of he's doing all this, because he still has to work in the front, and there is a curtain behind him.
But you said he right now at the moment he has that power.
He do have that power.
Now he is he got a leash on the power, but he got that power. He
do.
He do. After that the Booger Boy press conference, yeah, he showed you. So
let's see if we could connect the dots.